they're at the place where they're supposed to be, and progress means that they have improved. This morning we have 2 classes instead of 3. Unfortunately, Mrs. Henry is not well, and so for Henry is not here. And when she comes, hopefully tomorrow, her children will be receiving their awards. With that said, we're going to move straight into our awards. And I'm going to ask that the year 4 who are here, you be quiet, you be respectful, you be attentive, and you save the applause until the child who comes up get their certificate. Mr. Pedley is supposed to be assisting us, and I can see he's on the way. So we're just going to give him a few or a minute. Oh, yes, thank you so much. The STAR program, as you know, it's a behavior program, and the children will be rewarded in that area. We have platinum, gold, silver, and bronze, depending on how many star points they have received. We also have involvement, whether or not your child was involved in a particular club. So children will also be rewarded for that, as well as perfect attendance. So as Mr. Pedley makes his way, we are going to ask Levi Allen to also make his way up. Welcome, Mr. Pedley. Thank you for coming. We were waiting on you. So Mr. Pedley, as I said before, he will be assisting us with the certificates. Levi Allen has greater depth in science, reading, computing, and PUMA. He's at expected level in GAPS, Spanish, music, and PE. He has made progress in reading and mathematics, and he's involved in computer coding, board games, and the choir. Thank you, Levi. Said Allen. Said Allen is working at greater depth in Spanish and computing. She's at the expected level in PE, music, GAPS, reading, science, and writing. She has made progress in GAPS and mathematics. Thank you, Said. We have Amaya Anderson. Amaya is at greater depth in Spanish and computing. She's at the expected level in mathematics, music, PE, and reading. And she has perfect attendance for this term. Thank you. Riley Barracks. Riley Barracks is working at greater depth in GAPS, mathematics, computing, and science. He's at the expected level in reading, Spanish, music, and PE. He has made progress in GAPS, reading, and mathematics, and he also has perfect attendance for this term. Zoila Bennett. Zoila is at greater depth in science, Spanish, and computing. She is at the expected level in mathematics, writing, reading, and she has made progress in reading. She's involved in the sewing club and the choir. Tristan Bodden. Tristan is at greater depth in Spanish, science, and computing. He is working at the expected level in music, PE, and writing, and he has made progress in reading. Delaney Campbell. Delaney is working at greater depth in Spanish. She's at the expected level in music, PE, writing, GAPS, computing. She has made progress in reading. She's involved in the dance club, and she has perfect attendance. Lucas Copeland. Lucas is not here today. Zamar is also not here today, so we're going to move on to Addison. Addison Cranston. Addison is at greater depth in PE and computing. She's also at expected level in reading, writing, maths, gaps, science, music, and Spanish. She has also made progress in gaps. Chelsea Dawkins. Chelsea is working at greater depth in Spanish, computing, and gaps. She's at the expected level in PE, writing, mathematics, music, and science. She has also made progress in reading. We have Kari Erskine. Kari is working at greater depth in mathematics, computing, and Spanish. Is at the expected level in gaps, writing, science, music, PE, and reading. He is involved in computer coding and he has perfect attendance for this term. Malia Green. Malia is working at greater depth in Spanish, gaps, computing, and science. She's at the expected level in reading, mathematics, PE, music, and writing. She is involved in choir and dance. Daniela Hernandez. Daniela is working at greater depth in Spanish and computing. She's at the expected level in PE and music. She has made progress, please stay there, Daniela. She has made progress in gaps and mathematics. She is involved in environmental club, and Daniela has a special award, the ESL, English as a Second Language Award, and that was given to her by Miss Watler, the ESL specialist teacher. So she's the most improved Spanish student with her English. So that's the reason for that award. Jaseda Jackson. Jaseda is at greater depth in science, computing, and Spanish. She's at the expected level in music, writing, gaps, and reading. She is a part of the environmental club. Ziani is not here today. Brianna Lang. Brianna is at the expected level in PE and music. She has made progress in reading and gaps, and she is also involved in the choir. Eliana Mendez Solomon. Eliana is working at greater depth in Spanish, computing, and science. She's at the expected level in music, writing, maths, gaps, and reading. She is also involved in the sewing club and the choir. Next up, we have Amara Moyton. Amara is at greater depth in music, Spanish, reading, gaps, computing, and science. She's at the expected level in writing, mathematics, and PE. She has made progress in reading and she is involved in the choir. Sierra Enu. Sierra is at greater depth in science, gaps, music, computing, and Spanish. She is at the expected level in reading, writing, and PE. She has made progress in reading and she's a part of the choir. Riley Oakley. Riley is at greater depth in Spanish, computing, and music. She's at the expected level in writing, gaps, reading, science, and PE. She has also made progress in reading and she's involved in the dance club. We have Kaylin Powell. Kaylin is at greater depth in science, mathematics, reading, gaps, Spanish, and computing. He's at the expected level in writing, music, and PE. He has made progress in gaps and mathematics, and he also has perfect attendance. Caden Roberts. Caden is at greater depth in Spanish, PE, maths, gaps, science, and computing. He's at the expected level in music, writing, and reading. He has made progress in gaps, and he also has perfect attendance. Shania Smith. Shania is working at greater depth in science and computing. She's at the expected level in Spanish, PE, music, gaps, writing, and she's involved in the choir. Soraya Solomon. Soraya is at expected level in PE and music, and she has made progress in reading. Corian Thomas. Corian is at the expected level in Spanish, PE, music, and science. She has made progress in reading, maths, and gaps. Naya is not here today either. And then we have, last but by no means least, we have Cody Wright. Cody is at the expected level in PE. Cody has made progress in mathematics, reading, and gaps, and is involved in the choir. Thank you very much. That concludes for small. We now move on to for Bennett. Students, please be attentive and listen to the others.
Good morning, everyone. So I will be presenting the awards on behalf of Mr. Bennett, and we thank Mr. Pedley as well for presenting these awards. First, we have Sana Arun Kamar, who is not here today. Next, we have Emmy Bennett. She has expected in reading, in science, greater depth in Spanish, expected in PE and music. She has made progress in reading, and she has a Platinum Star Award. Catherine Bernal has greater depth in Spanish. She has made expected in PE and music, and she has a Gold Star Award. Elijah Branch has expected in reading, gaps, and math, greater depth in science and computing, expected in Spanish, PE, and music, and he also has a Gold Star Award. Next is Jaden Brown, who is also absent today. So we will move on to Victoria Cabrera Abiera, who has expected in gaps, math, science, greater depth in computing and Spanish, expected in PE and music, and a Platinum Star Award. Next is Mahaley Cohen. She has expected in reading, greater depth in gaps, math, science, computing, and Spanish, expected in PE and music. She has made progress in reading, is involved in dance, art club, and the choir, and has a Platinum Star Award. Sarai Davidson has expected in Spanish, PE, and music. She has made progress in reading, is involved in the dance club, and has a Gold Star Award. Next is Drew Doe, who is absent today, so we will move on to Kylon Edwards. Kylon has expected in science, greater depth in computing and Spanish, expected in PE music. He has made progress in reading and gaps and has a Gold Star Award. Next is Zanae Facey. She has expected in gaps, greater depth in Spanish, PE, and music, made progress in reading and gaps. She is involved in choir and dance club and has a Gold Star Award. Next is Michael Hemmings. Michael has greater depth in reading, gaps, and science, computing, and Spanish. He has expected in math and PE, made progress in reading, and a Bronze Star Award. And he also has perfect attendance. Talia James has expected in Spanish, music, and PE. She has made progress in reading and math, and she has a Platinum Star Award. Samir Martinez Sanchez has expected in reading, gaps, and math, greater depth in science, expected in computing, greater depth in Spanish, expected in PE and music. He has made progress in reading. Stay there, Samir. Stay until I'm done. And he has a Platinum Star Award and perfect attendance. Next is Trevon McDonald. He has expected in reading, greater depth in gaps, math, science, computing, Spanish, expected in PE and music. He has made progress in gaps, has a Platinum Star Award, and perfect attendance. Next is Masani Ramjeet. She has expected in Spanish, PE, and music, progress in reading and gaps, and a Gold Star Award. Next is Nyla Rankin, who I believe is not here today as well. So we will move on to Talea Richards. Talea has expected in gaps and computing, PE, and music, greater depth in Spanish. She has made progress in reading. She's involved in choir and computer coding. She has a Platinum Star Award and perfect attendance. Zayden Roberts has greater depth in reading, gaps, math, science, computing, Spanish. He has expected in PE, made progress in reading, has a Platinum Star Award, and also has perfect attendance. Next is Asia Smith. Asia has expected in PE and music, a Gold Star Award, and perfect attendance. Sky Smith has expected in reading and science, Spanish, PE, and music. She has made progress in reading, is involved in the choir, and has a Platinum Star Award. Drew Smith has expected in math, greater depth in computing, expected in Spanish, PE, and music. He has made progress in math and has a Gold Star Award. Amelia Stewart has expected in reading, gaps, greater depth in math, expected in science, greater depth in computing and Spanish, expected in PE and music. She has made progress in reading and gaps and has a Platinum Star Award. Garfield Moses Wong has expected in math and science, computing, greater depth in Spanish, expected in PE and music, and a Gold Star Award. And last but no means least, Amelia Woods has greater depth in reading, gaps, math, science, computing, and Spanish. She has expected in PE and music, progress made in reading and gaps. She's involved in the choir and dance and has a Platinum Star Award. So that is all the awards we have for today. We thank you for joining us, those in person and those who are watching on the live stream. Thank you, students, for being attentive and cheering for your classmates. And now we will close by singing the national song. So everyone, please stand for the national song.